Hello, good morning. This is Supriya Gill here, and I I think this is really important that I share this message. So please don't mind. I just uh, I'm not ready like that, but I'm ready to share this message. Um, Regarding covering of the head for women, it's written. First thing, it's written, and second thing, let's experience it. Let's why don't we see visions, when when we are praying or when we are preaching the word. So I just want to say two things. One, what is written in the word, and second, God has given us senses. We are sensitive, so I think let's sense it when we are praying, or when we are reading the word, when we are worshiping. So let's just sense it. I want to share my experience with you. When I'm worshiping, I usually worship in my kitchen. This is not my house. In my aunt's house. In my kitchen, when I'm worshiping, I worship freely and without covering my head, because I'm just working and I just start worshiping. Many times I just sing songs and I just worship there. And I don't remember, I don't think I have covered my head, and then actually I don't. When I'm worshiping, I don't cover my head. I'm worshiping freely. And when I'm reading the word, I cover my head. When I'm praying, I cover my head. And in case, if I'm not covering my head, in case, I promise you, this is what I see: Jesus Himself covering my head. I see Jesus Himself covering my head. You know what? It's written that women should not wear men's clothes, and men should not wear women's clothes. And it's about instructions. When you obey one instruction, then only you can move forward. Women, seriously, you need to take care of what you're wearing. Um, in one of my mentors' meeting, he said, girls who are wearing skirts, just leave the meeting. And that day I was also wearing a skirt, but that was like a woolen skirt. I always wear a skirt with leggings, and it's just to give more length to my top sometimes. So I wear that skirt just for covering sake, so not to expose my legs, never. And after that, one day again, I was wearing another skirt, and again, like with a legging, of course. But that day, somewhere I sensed, Supriya, you got to get rid of this. Inside my spirit, I sensed it. And I loved that skirt. Seriously. You know what? I received a word in this year that we need to work over this. That is decency. I don't hear this word in churches. Decency. Decency. It's written that you have to be decent even while talking. Why do we many times, like, people don't care what they are saying, whether they are saying in front of children or whether something should be said or not. There are certain testimonies, there are certain experiences in your life which are for God's glory. But I promise you, there are certain glories which can be given to God even while you are you're just keeping them inside your heart. It's not important to say it out in front of people all the time. So be decent. You cannot you cannot speak all the things to people. Regarding veils, regarding covering of head, it begins from instructions. I have experienced it in my life. When I obeyed one instruction, I was given another instruction, and I was able to receive the the blessing after those instructions. Like, first of all, one day God told me to prepare a jar for the offering. I know we shouldn't share um, much about offering, that's our personal thing, but yeah, I must share it with you so that we understand. Offering, okay, the jar was meant for an offering, and okay, I was doing it some way, but I was also using it because my life is a bit different. I'm not a church goer, I'm not a normal church goer. So I was doing it, I was putting the offering, and God told me to collect some amount for my pastor as well, for my mentor. And I remembered that he says that instead of giving me, you better help others. So I remembered it, and I was really inspired to help one of my friends. I tried to help her because she was in trouble. And by God's grace, she is with me in my house today. So, and one mishappening happened. Like, there was a fraud phone call. And that day, I got to know when all the details were gone, then I got to know that I need to. Actually, I got to know that that was a fraud phone call. And after that phone call, God inspired me. He said, put the Aadhaar card and the ATM card in this jar. And I was like, Lord, I don't think I'm faithful. I don't think I've done right. So I was not, it was like a test. And I put both the Aadhaar card and the ATM card in that jar in which I was putting the offering. And I was like, oh, this is going to be like a test. And I promise you, this happened on 31st of December 2020. And in the new year, I don't remember whether it was 1st of January or 2nd of January. Uh, my father gave me a good news. He said the that fraud phone call, like when we gave him the bank details, our money, there was no transaction. Actually, he got all the details from my father. Half of the details from me, half of the details from my father. And it was so tricky. Like, my father just told me to give every detail to him, so I just gave it. And that was the time when I just woke up, and some way I otherwise got to know that no, this is not right. So, but God saved us. What happened when we got the bank details later on, like the account details, we got to know that on 31st, on the same day when he had all the details, there was no transaction. And moreover, my father received the amount that was still in in that account. It was like, uh, say if it is like one, it became two. Like, whatever the amount was, it became double. And secondly, not just that, he was supposed to receive his pension, and he got double pension. So wow, this was so um, amazing. Like, this was so amazing. And I got kind of, you can say, confirmation that, Supriya, it's okay whatever you did. Like, if 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 you were using the money out of it, God is still with you. And I'm so thankful to God. And if I wouldn't have obeyed that first instruction, I wouldn't have come this far. So the first instruction was, don't wear men's clothing. And after that, when we started wearing men's clothing, we took off the veil as well. And now we are confused. We don't understand whether we should cover or we should not cover. So let's become women the way God made us and let's obey what is written. God bless you.